It was a sweltering morning in Amboseli National Park, Kenya. Dr. Anya Sharma, a dedicated conservation biologist, adjusted her binoculars, observing a serene herd of African elephants. Calves playfully jostled their mothers, dust motes danced in the golden light. Then, without warning, a ripple of unease spread through the giants. A matriarch let out a low rumble, her ears flared. Suddenly, the entire herd erupted in a frantic, uncoordinated dash, sending clouds of dust skyward. Anya, perplexed, wondered, what could possibly scare these titans of the savannah so profoundly? For weeks, Anya had been observing similar inexplicable panics. The sheer paradox intrigued her. How could an animal weighing up to 6 tons, capable of felling trees and facing down lions, be so utterly terrified by an invisible force? Her local guide, Juma, a man whose life was intertwined with the savannah, just smiled knowingly when she voiced her confusion. "It's something small, doctor," he'd say, "but it stings big." Anya knew she had to understand this strange vulnerability of the largest land animals on Earth. One crisp afternoon, a breakthrough. Anya and Juma were tracking a herd near a dense thicket when the familiar signs of impending panic began. This time, however, Anya's sensitive audio equipment picked up a faint, almost imperceptible sound just moments before the elephants bolted, a low, insistent buzzing. Juma nodded, his smile now a confirmation. "That's them, doctor. The small ones." The pieces started to click. Could this tiny, buzzing sound be the key to understanding the giant's hilarious, yet profound, fear? Anya connected the dots, the buzzing, the sudden panic, Juma's cryptic remarks. The culprit, she hypothesized, was something incredibly small, yet potent enough to induce terror in elephants. Bees. It sounded absurd. How could a creature a fraction of their size cause such widespread chaos? But the evidence was mounting. Anya realized that to understand the panic, she needed to dive deep into both evolutionary biology and the elephant's unique sensory world. This wasn't just a funny anecdote, it was science begging to be unraveled. So, why are bees such a big deal for elephants? It comes down to anatomy and evolutionary pressure. While an elephant's hide is thick, it's not uniformly armored. Crucially, areas like their eyes, the inside of their trunks, their mouths, and even parts of their ears are incredibly sensitive. A single bee sting is painful. Now, imagine a whole swarm, thousands strong, targeting these vulnerable spots. It's an agonizing experience that elephants have evolved to avoid at all costs. This isn't just discomfort, it's a serious threat. Let's delve deeper into this vulnerability. An elephant's skin can be an inch thick in places, but around their eyes, it's thin and delicate, easily punctured. Their trunk, a marvel of dexterity with tens of thousands of muscles, is packed with nerve endings. The inner surface is soft, making it an easy target. A bee sting here is not only painful but could temporarily impair their ability to feed or drink. Evolution has ingrained this threat response because avoiding a swarm means avoiding serious injury, or worse, blindness for a matriarch. The bees themselves contribute to the drama. African honeybees are not your gentle garden pollinators. They are highly defensive, especially the Africanized killer bees, known for their aggressive behavior. When their hive is threatened, they deploy a coordinated swarm attack, often targeting the eyes and soft tissues of intruders. This isn't random, it's a highly effective defense mechanism designed to deter large mammals like elephants. An elephant encountering such a swarm learns quickly, and the memory sticks. To prove her hypothesis, Anya and her team devised a clever experiment. They needed to isolate the bee sound from any actual bees. Their plan, acoustic playback. They designed speakers disguised as natural elements, rocks or termite mounds, and placed them strategically in areas frequented by elephants. The goal was to play recordings of angry bee swarms to see if the sound alone was enough to trigger the same panicked flight. The anticipation was palpable. Would sound alone be enough? Before the big test, let's understand how elephants communicate danger. It's not just the dramatic trumpeting we often hear. Elephants primarily use infrasound, low-frequency rumbles below the human hearing threshold. These powerful vibrations can travel for miles through the ground and air, allowing them to warn distant herd members of threats. The buzzing of a bee swarm, though high-pitched to us, creates vibrations that resonate with an elephant's incredible hearing range, triggering an instinctive alarm. The next field season, the experiment was ready. A herd of elephants, unsuspecting, slowly ambled towards one of the speaker setups. Anya, heart pounding, gave the signal. The hidden speakers crackled, then filled the air with the distinct, amplified, furious buzz of 1,000 angry African honeybees. It wasn't just a sound, it was an auditory assault designed to mimic the real thing. All eyes were on the herd, waiting for a reaction that would either prove or disprove Anya's bold hypothesis. The reaction was instantaneous and dramatic. The lead elephant froze, ears flaring wide, head snapping up. A deep rumble vibrated through the air. Within seconds, the entire herd, from the smallest calf to the largest matriarch, pivoted almost comically. Trunks curled, tails tucked, they turned and bolted, scattering in a cloud of dust. It was a full-blown panic, a stampede of giants fleeing from an unseen, unheard swarm. To Anya and Juma, it was both a profound scientific validation and an utterly hilarious spectacle. The elephants didn't just walk away, they fled. Their response wasn't a casual retreat but a coordinated escape. Often, the matriarch would let out a distinct, low-frequency alarm rumble, a specific call for bees, signaling the imminent danger to every member of the herd. The younger elephants, especially, would stick close to their mothers, seeking protection as they stampeded away from the perceived threat. This rapid, collective flight behavior is a powerful, ingrained demonstration of their profound fear of bees. After numerous trials, Anya's team collected crucial data. They measured how quickly the elephants reacted, how far they ran, and the specific alarm calls they made. The numbers were undeniable. Reaction times were often just a few seconds, and elephants would flee hundreds of meters, sometimes even kilometers, before settling down. This wasn't a mild annoyance, it was a full-blown threat perception that triggered a primal, survival-driven response. The data solidified the bee-elephant connection beyond anecdotal observation. Back in the lab, Anya analyzed the elephant's own alarm calls made during the playback experiments. She discovered that the elephants produced a specific, unique low-frequency rumble in response to bee sounds. This distinct acoustic signature, different from general danger calls, effectively communicates bees to other elephants, even those miles away. It's a sophisticated warning system tailored to a particular, tiny threat. Elephants don't just react, they actively communicate the specific nature of the danger. This deep understanding of elephant behavior isn't just a fascinating scientific insight, it's a powerful conservation tool. Farmers in elephant corridors often face devastating crop raiding, leading to conflict and sometimes retaliatory killings. The solution? Bee fences. By stringing together simple beehives around their fields, farmers can create a natural, harmless deterrent. It's an ingenious way to foster peaceful coexistence between humans and these magnificent, yet vulnerable, giants. The principle behind bee fences is wonderfully simple. An elephant approaching the fence inevitably brushes against the tripwire, shaking the beehives. This disturbance agitates the bees, sending them buzzing out in a defensive swarm. The sound alone, as Anya's research showed, is enough to send the elephants fleeing in the opposite direction, away from the crops. It's a win-win. Farmers protect their livelihoods without harming the elephants, and the elephants learn to associate the fences with a very unpleasant buzz. The success of bee fences highlights the critical importance of understanding animal behavior for effective conservation. This ingenious, low-cost solution reduces human-elephant conflict, preventing retaliatory killings of elephants and protecting farmers' essential crops. It's a powerful example of how scientific curiosity, like Dr. Anya Sharma's, can translate into practical, life-saving strategies, fostering harmony between human communities and the incredible wildlife they share the planet with. The sheer comedic irony of the situation remains striking. The world's largest land mammal, weighing several tons, can be sent scattering in an undignified rush by an insect barely visible to the naked eye. It's a testament to nature's intricate balances and surprising vulnerabilities. This interaction, both terrifying for the elephants and hilarious for us observers, reminds us that size isn't always the defining factor in power dynamics. Sometimes, the smallest creatures hold the greatest sway. What Anya's research teaches us extends far beyond bees and elephants. It emphasizes the profound importance of understanding animal cognition, their unique sensory worlds, and the subtle cues that drive their behavior. By delving into how elephants perceive their environment and communicate threats, we gain invaluable insights into the complex inner lives of animals. This research enriches not only our scientific knowledge but also our empathy and respect for all creatures, big and small. Dr. Anya Sharma's initial curiosity, sparked by a perplexing savanna scene, evolved into a significant contribution to both science and conservation. Her story reminds us that sometimes, the biggest discoveries come from meticulously observing the smallest details and asking simple, yet profound, questions. Her work has not only illuminated a hilarious quirk of nature but also provided a vital bridge for human-wildlife coexistence, ensuring a safer future for both farmers and elephants. So, next time you encounter a tiny bee, remember the mighty elephant. Their fear isn't irrational, it's a deeply ingrained evolutionary response to a genuine threat, communicated through sophisticated acoustic panic. This hilarious science not only provides entertaining insights into the natural world but also offers practical solutions for conservation. It's a compelling story of vulnerability, adaptation, and the unexpected power dynamics within our ecosystems, proving that even the largest can be humbled by the smallest. We hope you enjoyed unraveling the hilarious science behind why elephants are so terrified of bees. If you found this journey into evolutionary biology and acoustic panic as fascinating as we did, please hit that like button, subscribe for more captivating wildlife stories, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support helps us continue to explore the incredible mysteries of our natural world and highlight important conservation efforts like the bee fences. Thanks for watching.